video, I'm going to lead you through the game carbon cycle that when we were together, we would have done in the back in the lab stations. But since we can't, I've designed it so that you can still take your carbon atom and travel around into the different places it would actually go in the world to discover some of the patterns of carbon. So you see here in Canvas, this is the game page, and I'm going to talk you through all the different things I've written down, and you can re-watch the video as you need to. So what you first would need open is your recording sheet. So when you click on that, you're going to end up on that page right here, the Cycle Game recording sheet. The other thing you're going to need is you're going to need a six-sided die that you can roll. And if you have one at home, that's great. And if you don't, then you'll need to pick one up online. This one works pretty well, and I put the link in here, random.org. But if you go to random.org, you end up on this page. If you go on your phone, it also brings this up really easily too. And that might work better for you because you'll be jumping between multiple screens, and having a third screen for this might be difficult. But this is a great choice. So if you go click here to games, and where it says dice roller, then up pops. The one thing you'll need to do is drop it down to one dice. And then when you roll the dice, up pops your number. Roll it again, and up pops your number. There are a couple other ones that actually show you the rolling of the dice, and I really like that. So if you want to find those, then that would be great too. So you have your dice. You can, oh, by the way, you can also use a board spinner, so that has numbers like 1 through 6. So if you spun, like maybe it has 9 numbers, and if you spun a 9, then don't worry about those numbers. However, that would work too. All right, back to the handout. So first thing, and then once you have this open, and then you have to open up this carbon cycle game form. And when you click on that, it opens up this Google form. It also gives you the same directions that are on Canvas, so you don't have to go back and forth between Canvas to figure out what you're doing. Okay, so I'm going to click next. This is your starting point. It doesn't matter where you start, but someplace your carbon atom has to start. And so I'm going to choose ocean because I like the ocean. Okay. And then I'm going to switch over to my handout, and I'm going to type in here ocean. Okay. All right. Then I'm going to click next. And now I need to roll my die. But notice that this is the reserve. This is where you are, the reservoir card. So carbon dioxide gets stored in different places. Carbon gets stored in different places, and the reservoir, a place of storage, is one of the places is the ocean. So go to your random.org and roll your die. I got a 6. I'm going to write it right there, type it right there, and then I'm going to go back here, and I'm going to click on 6. You are buried with sediments and organic matter. After millions of years, you become a petroleum molecule. So go back to your worksheet and whoop, click on that spot there. I'm going to say buried for a long time. Now, oh, come on. Why is it not typing? Now petroleum. Okay. All right. Now, so if that's true, then now I'm going to click next. I've ended up on the fossil fuel card. So I go back to there, and I'm going to type in fossil fuels. Okay. Now that's where I've ended this one round. Now I'm going to go back over here, and I'm going to type that in again, fossil fuels, because this is where I currently am. And now I'm going to go back to, oh, I got some spelling errors to fix there. I'm going to go back to my my die. I'm going to roll. Oh, I got a 1. Type in the 1. Go to the carbon cycle game and put the dot in the 1. The coal you are part of is combusted at a power plant, releasing you as carbon dioxide. Okay. Coal burned and released as CO2. All right, let's fix some spellings here because I can. All right. All right. So now where does that lead me to? I must be going to the atmosphere. Haha. So I'm going to click next. There I am, reserve card atmosphere. So I go back up here and I can type in atmosphere. Okay, continue that until you have completed all 20. It'll go down here, there's 20 sections here. And as you continue to complete this and complete this, okay, I'll do one more because I want to show you one more thing. Okay, so what was I? That was a, oh, I'm in atmosphere. I gotta now, I forgot to roll the die. Roll the die. See, this is where sometimes the processes get a little confusing and you just have to, that's why the note taking sheet is really important because it'll keep you remembering where you're at. Okay, click on 3. Now I'm going to the ocean. So now if this is the last piece you've done, it's all the way down here at the bottom, okay? Then to get out of this game, what you need to do is if this is the last card you play, instead of clicking the number, then you check this one if you've reached the end of your paper. Click that, click next, and you'll get a yay, you've done, and then you'll submit it. Okay, and then it tells you to go to the conclusion page. Okay, so by the way, sometimes you're going to end up in the same spot. Sometimes you're not going to go very far. Sometimes you're going to get stuck. That's an important part. So just, if it, sometimes you get stuck in some systems. And so just keep repeating that. Don't skip over that. That's an important piece. Okay. So now that I've done that, then I'm going to go to the, I can submit this now. I can submit this in Canvas and, but still have this available for yourself so you can go back and utilize it because you're going to need to do some of this work. So here is the analysis and conclusion. Now that we have all this data, what are we going to do with it? So here is a graph. It's a bar graph, and number of times visited is on this side, and then you have these different boxes. So how to make the bar graph? Well, you're going to click inside a square and use the paint bucket to fill in the graph. Now, right now, I don't see a paint bucket, but if I click in a square, it appears right there, and I can pick any kind of color I want. Now, go back here. I hit the atmosphere at least once in as this little short demo I did. So I can, I can paint that bucket and I'm going to make it blue because it's the atmosphere. And I'm going to make it, make it that color blue because I'll probably use a dark blue for the ocean. Okay, so colors that, and then you just color as many boxes as you need for that. Okay, pretty slick. And then how this is where you're going to type in your calculation numbers. You will need a calculator, do a little bit of math. And then there's your rest of your answers to get through the thoughts. So I hope that's helpful. And you can always rewatch this video as many times as you need to go through each step. And yeah, have fun with this. I think you'll see some things that we have learned through our entire geology unit that will now make more sense. So, all right, we'll talk to you later. Have fun. Call me if you need me. Bye.